What? Are you looking for Sonali? What are you looking for, Sonali? Children, here, have you understood what I mean to say? No. You won't understand if I don't take pauses in between, right? If I want my writing to be clearly understood, I shouldn't leave out the marks of punctuation. Okay, so here we are going to read in the chapter Marks of Punctuation the types of punctuation marks. Okay, so how many are there that you are just going to read in this chapter? Here, first is full stop, mark of interrogation, mark of exclamation, comma, semicolon, colon, apostrophe, quotation mark, dash, hyphen. Right? So let's begin with full stop. Now, full stop is used at the end of the statement. For example, the red flowers are beautiful, right? Or you can say after abbreviations for titles, degrees, names, etc. Like Dr. A.K. Monga or M.A. Right? Or full stop is used, you can say, to indicate a decimal fraction, just like 89.8, 45.6. Okay. Okay, now mark of interrogation. As you all know that mark of interrogation is a question mark that is used at the end of a question. For example, who's there? Question mark. Okay. Come to the third type, mark of exclamation. Okay, the mark of exclamation is always used at the end of exclamatory sentence. You know, children, exclamatory sentences? Okay, exclamatory sentences are those sentences which express some sudden or strong emotion. Okay, so for example, we can say, what a great effort. So here it is used, the mark is used over here, exclamatory mark. Okay, now this is an assignment. Assignment 1. Here you have to place a full stop, mark of interrogation, or a mark of exclamation wherever necessary. All right. Now come to the comma. You know, children, that the comma is always used for the words, phrases, and clauses also. For example, we can say all the rooms, it is written over there, all the rooms of the houses are small, dingy, and dark. Okay, so you are, uh, where the uh, where the comma is used over here, right? Next is Gandhiji was respected by all kinds of people, rich and poor, young and old, high and low. So these are phrases. These phrases are separated by using comma. Okay. Then third is I have a friend who was born in the States, who was educated in England, who has traveled all over Europe, and who teaches in a school in Muscat. Okay, here this sentence consists of many clauses. So these clauses are separated by using commas. Okay, now comma is also used to set off a noun of address. Like you can see the example number 1 here. Bobby, comma, you didn't tell me you know Japanese, right? So here noun of address is Bobby. Now second is September 7, comma 2010, right? It is this is a date, and 227, comma Ashok Vihar, comma New Delhi, right? So this is an address, you can see, right? So comma is also used to separate the parts of date and address. Now third one is yes, you may come, right? So here comma is always used after yes, oh, well, no, etc. Right? Then fourth one, she said, comma, inverted comma, I really feel bad about it. Here, comma is used to separate the reported speech from the rest of the part. Now, last is, you don't know him, do you? So here, can you see the question tag over there? So these question tags are always separated from the rest of the sentence by using comma. Okay, children, I hope that you have understood about comma, full stop, exclamatory mark, and interrogatory marks also, right? So this is your assignment number 2. So you need to do this assignment as a right. Here you have to place comma where necessary in the following sentences. Okay. Oh, children, I have forgotten to mention a main point about commas, right? That comma is always used after salutation in the letters. Okay, just like dear sir, dear friend, or a respected ma'am, or whatever. Okay. Semicolon. Children, semicolon is like a link for two coordinating clauses where conjunctions are not used to join them. Okay, in other words, we can say semicolon is used in between the two main clauses which can be joined by coordinating conjunctions. Children, do you remember the acronym FANBOY stand for? Yes, for, as, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Got it? Right. But semicolon can be placed before, however, nevertheless, then, hence, thus, consequently, accordingly, and so on. Though they are also conjunctions, but we don't remove them from the sentence with fanboys. Now you can see in the example also, the first sentence is Preeti is quiet and hardworking, but Kanika is noisy and active. Now, if we use semicolon here, so how will we write? Preeti is quiet and hardworking, colon, Kanika is noisy and active. Okay, so here, this coordinating conjunction is removed in the second sentence when we use semicolon here in between the clauses. Right? Okay. Now next is our teacher insists of neat work, semicolon, therefore, comma, I do my work very carefully. So here this conjunction therefore we cannot remove. Okay, so here we can say our teacher insists of neat work, then semicolon, therefore I do my work very carefully. Okay, now come to colon. So colon is little harder than semicolon. Okay, it is used to separate two contrasting statements also. And you know, like semicolon also, it is also used in between the two main clauses, right? It means there is a strong contrast between the two sentences or two parts of sentences, right? Or a colon introduces an explanation of what has come before. Okay? So have you understood that it is used in between the two sentences that you wish to highlight or emphasize? For example, a dolphin is not a fish, colon, it is a warm-blooded mammal. Now come to apostrophe. So here you can say that we add an apostrophe to form the possessive of any noun, right? Like you can see in examples also, Mona's frock means frock of Mona, right? The boys hostel, the hostel of boys. Okay, and it is also used to make short forms also, like he's means he is, it's means it is. But here children, you have to be careful while using it's with apostrophe or without apostrophe, right? Here it's with apostrophe means it is. All right, and then you can say whose. means who is. Please do not get confused between WHOSE, whose, and WHO apostrophe S, because their meanings are totally different. One is who is, one means who is, and the second, the letter one, is a pronoun. Okay. Children, in the last example, it is written yours truly. Okay. So we usually commit a mistake while writing a letter. I have seen many students use an apostrophe when they write yours affectionately or yours truly, yours faithfully. So they use generally apostrophe, which is totally wrong. Okay. Now come to the dash. Dash is a bit longer than hyphen. Hyphen is a short dash, but dash is a bit longer than hyphen. Okay. So a dash is used to introduce an explanation in the middle of a sentence. Okay. And it is used also after a list of items which is followed by an explanation. For example, you can see friends, colleagues, relatives, dash, none came to his help. Okay. Hyphen. A hyphen is used with compound words, adjectives and numbers from 21 to 99. For example, 37, 59, 81. Okay. Then now capital letters. You know, children, that capital letters uh, are used with proper nouns. Like I have written over here my name, Namrata Verma, right? And Islam, Hinduism, like religions or religious terms, countries, nationalities, races, languages, like I have written India, right? And some specific geographic and place names, like I have written Mount Everest, or Delhi, you can say Lucknow, Kanpur, right? And then buildings, trains, ships, schools, colleges, business houses, political parties like BJP, right? Here I have written a building name, historical monument is Taj Mahal, and brand name I have written Honda, and then you can say it is used with special days also, capital letters. We use capital letters with special days, special events like Ambedkar Jayanti, Gandhi Jayanti, right? First World War or First Battle of Panipat, right? All the initials should be written in capital here. Okay. Then another example is, it is written over here, he works very hard. So here the first letter of the sentence is written in capital. Okay. And then I have written here the tricky fox. This is the name of a story. So here all the initials are written in capital letter. So you understood? Then I have written Padma Shri, Lieutenant General Thapa, etc. So here why have I have written over here all these things? Here I have written this because we capitalize the titles of persons including degrees and their abbreviations when they are used as part of a proper noun. Okay. Now children, come to the assignment. Here this exercise is given to you and you need to note it down to in your notebooks. Okay. Okay, goodbye children.